Look at that. Fucking awesome, guys. Ladies and gentlemen. Compound Media's own Todd Jamieson. Famously of That Jamieson Show. What a narcissist. You guys, check him out tonight, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You guys, I know you've all heard about this, but now the government is coming in to stop, possibly, the fun. Ayahuasca, containing an Amazon rainforest shrub with the active ingredient, oh boy, dimethyltryptamine, or DMT, and a vine containing harma alkaloids, I should have had you read this, that prevent the drug from breaking down in the body.
Dimethyltryptamine.
Seriously?
Yep.
Now we know the ingredients of Steve Calzone. Those who drink ayahuasca report seeing shapes and colors and going on wild, sometimes terrifying journeys that can last hours. Many hope to heal physical and mental afflictions. Everyone from substance abuse disorder sufferers to those with PTSD have claimed that it has helped. Aaron Rodgers, Will Smith, Prince Harry have all done it and said it helped, although Will Smith did it before the slap. I'm just going to throw that out there.
They all still have issues.
Yeah, all three of them are fucked up.
Yeah, this is a good point. Advocates say they are protected from prosecution by a 2006 U.S. Supreme Court ruling which granted a New Mexico branch of a Brazilian-based ayahuasca church the right to use the drug as a sacrament. Okay, so now this makes sense because this is how you're allowed to do peyote if you're a Native American, even though his active ingredient remains illegal under the U.S. federal law. But there are concerns that the benefit of ayahuasca haven't been well studied and that unregulated ceremonies might pose a danger for participants. They give no examples. One of these people that's got one of these churches with the ayahuasca, says that they are worried a U.S. government crackdown is coming, given the presumption of the largely unregulated movement is creating a public health crisis. I have got more and more people in L.A. that are either trying to do ayahuasca or find an ayahuasca church or have already done it. I don't know, this has become a thing. And I absolutely see the shitty government being a shitty babysitter and ruining this emphasis, actually literally shitty party, because apparently you poop yourself when you do it. Don, what do you think about this?
Well, I mean, if Armie Hammer went to an ayahuasca church, he wouldn't be in this trouble right now.
Or in a drug-fueled haze, he goes bath salts on someone.
Could it possibly be a real church if nobody's getting molested in it? Come on.
Yeah.
Hey, again, they're on drugs. Who knows? I do in the shitting thing is for real. So I'm wondering what you would think about this, because I know Chelsea Handler talks about it a lot, and she was very nervous about pooping herself. She didn't, but her shaman is so used to crapping on himself that he was just sitting there doing Om and shitting in his pants, not doing a thing about it.
Yeah, what I think is interesting, I kind of view this like going to the chiropractor. I haven't done either, and I probably won't, because it's not like you just do it once. Anyone who I've heard of that does ayahuasca is like, I want to do it again.
Right.
Well, if it was really so enlightening and such a spiritual journey that helped you find yourself, why do you have to find yourself again? It's like, once you do it, you're going to keep doing it. Like going to the chiropractor. And it's like, I don't want to dedicate the time or money to doing it.
It's actually a weirdly good point. But also, they do need you, if this is supposed to be a viable business, because let's face it, it's not a church, they do need you coming back. You know, it can't be a one-time only.
It's not a good business model.
Yeah.
That considering they're drug dealers, I think they want to come in. I mean, I don't mind the drug part. I just don't want people to get mad at me for appropriating indigenous Native American culture.
There you go. You're doing the work.
Especially with a last name like Jamieson. It's going to be very difficult for you to say that you've got, like Johnny Depp would say, that he had like a wee bit of Cherokee in him. You know, I see a lot of like old Irish drunks in your DNA, but not a lot of Pocahontas. When I look,
although who knows? Didn't we just find out that Ed Norton is distantly related to Sacagawea?
Yes. Oh, I think it was Pocahontas.
Oh, it is Pocahontas?
Yeah. Although
that was Jim Norton.
I always get the two of them confused. Sacagawea, Pocahontas.
Well, God, Bill, you're not doing the work.
I'm not doing.
Yep, Jim Norton, Ed Norton.
I would, it's too common of a name, but it would be amazing if they were related. Oh, I would love that so much. But yeah, so I've had, I know Lauren, our own Lauren Sivan.
Has she done it? Because I feel like she would.
She wants to do it, and she's got a bunch of friends that have done it. To your point, like 20 times.
Yeah.
And I haven't noticed any difference with them.
It's
good or
just
bad.
like, what are you trying to find? It's the same as people who run marathons. You're like, that's something you do once, but then they do it again and again, and that feels problematic.
Yeah, it's like kids too. You forget the pain, and then all of a sudden you want one again. I've always equated that with marathons. But I also, I've got a Insane in the Muck pain. I've been talking too much.
Well, can we do a little music for Dawn? Can we do a little?
Oh yeah.
As always, whenever you're on, I will search rock and roll in the Google search bar.
That is the kind of journalist she is, my friend.
Rock and Roll Hall of
Last
Fame.
remaining.
There's new nominees for 2023. To be eligible, artists or bands have to have released their first commercial recording by 1997, which slightly alters the institution's rule about the artist's first release coming out 25 years prior. Like Dolly Parton last year, the Rock Hall continues to expand its definition of rock music with the likes of country artist Willie Nelson.
Oh, my God.
Hip-hop artists A Tribe Called Quest and Missy Elliott. Pop artists like Cyndi Lauper and Kate Bush. All of them were nominated this year. Piano man Billy Joel wrote a letter to the Hall's nominating committee to consider Warren Zevon. I don't know this person.
Warren Zevon.
Zevon?
Yeah, close enough.
Who was first eligible in 94 and died in 2003. Joel writes, I just wanted to put in my 2 cents of supporting him to be included. If anyone deserved to be, he did. He was a real original. I don't know if that's appreciated enough. Now, Dawn.
I love Werewolves of London.
On here, one of the nominees is Iron Maiden. Aren't you a big Iron Maiden person, or am I making that up in my head?
You just had sex with the lead singer.
Twice, but yeah, I'm with both lead singers. But of course. Listen, when I think of the essence of rock and roll, when you boil it down to one person, and I think everybody out there watching will agree, the essence of rock and roll is Missy Misdemeanor Elliott. And I'm just hoping, never mind Iron Maiden, they don't need to go in. They only sell out stadiums and arenas all over the world for the past 35 years. We need Missy Elliott in, and God willing, Tone Loc and Criss Cross get in next year as well.
Well, don't forget about also this year's nominee, one of my favorites, Sheryl Crow. She's a little closer, I think.
That counts.
I put her in, absolutely.
Yeah.
You know what it is? It's not about, look, they've been doing this jackass shit since the beginning. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
They really have. If you look at the website, it lists everybody and it's old blues guys, it's funk people, it's rhythm and blues, it's hard rock, heavy metal, rock and roll, everything. So they've always been doing this. But it's such an offensive thing when you haven't put Iron Maiden in, when you haven't put Motorhead in, when you haven't
Motorhead's
put
not. Oh my God.
Foreigner, Journey,
Wow.
Thin Lizzy. When none of these people are in, and friggin' Young MC's gonna get in before they do. Come on.
I can't believe none of those guys are in. That is unfucking believable. I mean, Motorhead. Are you kidding me? That is insane.
Not even considered. Not even considered. And on the, like Willie Nelson, I can almost get it because he was an outlaw, but it's like, Billy Ray Cyrus and his achy breaky heart are going to get in before Thin Lizzy. That's not right.
Pat Benatar. Okay, Sheryl Crow. What are we looking at here? These are the.
This is by year, all the people that have been inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, starting at 2022.
I was about to say Robert Downey Jr.'s in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, but no, these are the people that inducted them. Boy, that might be a good thing that drugs helped him with. Harry Belafonte. Harry Belafonte is in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, ladies and gentlemen.
No.
Wow.
He invented the devil horns, Harry Belafonte. A lot of people don't know.
He was just ordering 2 drinks.
Don, like realistically, They're doing this why? Just to get more interest? Is it because they worry it's dying out and people don't care anymore? Like what's the point of sort of this expansion?
I, I have no idea. It's again like who. It's not about the people in there. It's just like if you're going to call it the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame and you put LL Cool J in, this is it makes it dilutes it for the rock bands that should be in there. Now, LL Cool J should be one of the first people in the Hip Hop Hall of Fame, right?
Sure.
Dolly and Willie. There's a Country Hall of Fame, for God's sakes. I'm sure they're both in there.
Yeah.
So it's just about why can't we just have this one thing? But look, we live in a time of diversity and inclusion, which of course always means you don't include the people that should actually be in there.
Linda Ronstadt. I mean, all right, I guess in the mid-'70s she did rock-ish things. Look, I'm just like blown away. Brian Epstein was a producer. I mean, I guess if you're doing behind-the-scenes stuff in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, I don't get a lot of this. Donna Summer was a disco queen.
Right, exactly.
Quincy Jones behind the scenes, I guess, yeah.
But they do, Bill. They do behind the scenes. They do producers and stuff like that. So I don't have any problem with that. But again, put Donna Summer in there, but you don't have Journey in there. You don't have Ronnie James Dio in there. Come
That's
on,
fun. That's insane.
Oh, ABBA, my
ABBA. I wonder if Spector's in there. Yeah. Well, Jesus. When
I think of rock and roll, I think Mort Schumann. Forget Missy Elliott. I take that back. Mort Schumann screams rock and roll.
I think he was the first to light his ukulele on fire.
Yeah.
Wow. Run DMC, 2009. I mean, I don't know. If anything, like Aerosmith, I guess they revamped their career, but I don't know if you could do it by proxy.
John Mellon.
Leonard Cohen.
Leonard Cohen.
That's wow. Wow. Grandmaster Flash. Yep, there we go. Well.
So this is not new, and you could go all the way back to whenever they started in the 70s or 80s, whenever they started. But they've always been doing this stuff, and just the only thing again, I don't care if these people get in. At least get the bands that need to be in there first, and then go, hey, you know what? We got another opening. Let's put MC Hammer in.
Yeah, Jesus fucking Christ. No Journey, no Motorhead, like Iron Maiden. And by the way, I completely confused Iron Maiden with Judas Priest. For the record, Don Jamieson had sex with the lead singer of Judas Priest, guys, the first one. That's my bad.
That one could have been true.
That's the thing. Yeah, it made no sense when I said the Iron Maiden thing. Although, again, I don't know that much about your personal life.